Crime is bad. I don't think that's a hot take. I really don't. And, you know, for the blessings of the YouTube algo, I will say again, crime is bad. Do not do it. Do not do it. Crime is bad. Do not commit them. Have acts or hobbies that do not put you in the chance of maybe committing un crime, because crimes are bad. But, I think we can agree that not all crimes are created equal. I think we can say that. I put it on my community page. What is the worst crime that you could forgive? And then a lot of people thought I was going to take the religious point of view on that and said, well, it is not for us to forgive. And like, I hear what you're saying. But if your homie came up to you and said, I committed an act of treason last Thursday, you would be like, brother, what? Or you're working at like your local McDonald's and then Jerry comes in and says, oh, bro, she was fine, man. Absolutely immaculate. And then you go to ask him, oh, that's cool. Who is she? She's 13 years old. Huh? Like, I think we can agree that not all crimes are created equal, okay? There's some crimes I'm willing to turn the other cheek. There's even some crimes where I'm like, hey, oh, bro, like, I'm not going to say anything, but hey, like, you know what I'm saying. Okay. And that's what we're talking about in this video. Crimes and ranking them in accordance to my reaction to them. From there's no problems at all. In fact, I'm not going to say I would partake in it, but I would be convincible to, I'm Batman and I'm about to lay down an Arkham smackdown on you. Okay, that is the metric by which I am judging this, okay? If you want to support the channel for videos like this and different types of videos, I've gotten to the point that I don't want to sound braggadocious, but this is literally what you guys comment, that you don't have to do just tier list videos. We come for your personality, we come for the yaps, and you can have a bit more fun outside of this. And that gives me a lot of joy, because there are things that I want to talk about that aren't just tier list, because I've talked about a lot of stuff in these tier list videos that I want to make a full dedicated video for. And it makes me feel good that you guys are willing to support that if I ever branch out to like other types of stuff. That makes me feel good, but I love making the tier list videos. There's just videos that I also want to make that aren't tier list videos, and knowing that you guys are going to support means the most to me. I hate to say it, but, you know, I gotta say it. Please consider a like, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to get to 100,000 subscribers by my birthday in July. I think we're gonna be able to do it. It's December right now. We're on track to get 70,000 by the end of the year. Hopefully, I don't know. I'm thankful that I made it this far, I'll be frank with you. But, it's only possible because of you guys. I'm just here making the videos. You guys are the ones that are really putting the elbow grease into it and watching it. I don't think you guys realize how much you guys have changed my life just through watching a dude talk about random things that he finds interesting. I don't have any merch yet. I don't have any memberships. I don't have a crypto coin that I can sell you. No. Views and subscribes honestly make the world go round for me, okay? I'm in that phase of YouTube and I love it. Okay, no more long-winded intro, no more sappy stuff. I've recorded this 2 times already, and I swear if it messes up again, I'm gonna commit my own version of a crime. That's all I'm gonna say. And with all that out of the way, let's get into the crime tier list. Littering. Okay, let me tell you something about litter bugs, okay? I think littering is probably the pettiest crime that I would fight somebody over. Unironically, not you know, I'll unalive somebody, but fight somebody for. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's a little bit of the tism brain. Maybe it's a little bit of the ADHD. It really bothers me when people nonchalantly just throw a beer can out their window, or like, you know what really bothers me? Like, it just does. When people just like, and they just throw it in the fucking grass. Like, ugh. Like, honestly, man, like, that bothers me that much. Because it's like, it's a level of disrespect. I'm gonna keep it real with you. That, like, it can be represented by, if somebody hits a vape and, like, blows the vape smoke in your face, okay? They technically didn't commit a crime, but the level of disrespect might as well be a crime. That needs to be a new thing. And I think that about littering. If somebody walks past my house, not even my house, if somebody walks past, like, a restaurant that I like and just throws fucking trash on the grass, like, it's not hard to just grab a wrapper and put it in your pocket and throw away when you get home. Like, that's not a tough thing to do, and that honestly is super annoying to me. It's a small thing, but for whatever reason, it just, it hits me in a way that I'm like, ugh. Disgusting. Like, it's so... Like, people don't go out of their way to litter unless you're just an asshole. So people do it so nonchalantly. It's like, it's almost more hurtful. Like, the fact that you nonchalantly disrespected me like that, honestly, yeah, it hurt. I don't like that. I don't like that at all, actually. That annoys me. Like, it is the pettiest crime that I'll make the biggest deal over. So I'm going to put it at the top of what? If somebody says, oh yeah, bro, I was just littering the local park, I'd be like, what? You did what? Oh, whoa, I'm gonna make this warmer. I want warmer lighting. Helps with my skin. Too warm. Fix that again. Better. There we go. I'm sorry, you guys are... I got a softbox that doesn't work half the time. So yeah, it gets a little bit frustrating. That effed me up the second time. But where was I? Oh yeah. Littering, honestly, that just bothers me. I'm gonna put that at the top of what? Vehicular manslaughter. Yeah, we just went straight into the deep end. Right away, honestly, and I'm going to keep it real with you, okay? Keep it real with you. You could talk... This is the only death crime that you could actually talk me into. And this is how you're going to have to do it, okay? You can't open up with, I was driving down a local school street, and I mowed down little Sally, and her brains were scattered all over the sidewalk like scrambled fucking eggs. Like, you can't do that. Like, you're not going to be able to sell me on vehicular manslaughter that way. Okay, oh, and the difference between vehicular manslaughter and vehicular homicide is that vehicular manslaughter is accidental in nature. And you can't sell me on any murder. Like, there's very few scenarios you can actually get me on, and I'll cover that in a second. But yeah, there's just no way. There's just no way. We'll cover that at the end of the video. But vehicular manslaughter is in such a weird area where, like, in theory, you could get me on board with it. But you're going to have to do it in a way that it's like, oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Like, let me give you an example, okay? Yeah, man, I was just driving down, man. You know how it is. I could barely afford any gas. My wife or girlfriend's at home. She was wondering where I was. My kid stubbed his toe. He was bleeding a little bit, so I drove home extra fast. It was late at night. I was going the speed limit extra fast. And I don't know. Maybe I hit a deer. Maybe I hit somebody's grandma. Okay? And oh yeah, the reason I'm going to preface somebody's grandma. Is it just me, or is it way easier to justify, like, not justify. Damn, that was nearly bad. Is it easier to sell the death of an old person than it is to sell the death of a young person? It just is to me. Like, if I hear local grandpappy gets smoked by a semi-truck, that is way less sad to me than Sally, the 5-year-old, gets absolutely decimated by a 4x4. That was a badly timed laugh. The reason I laughed was not because she got hit, but because I called a car a 4x4. No, a minivan. That's infinitely more sad to me than a grandpa getting smoked by a semi-truck. I don't know why that is. Blame conditioning. If an old people bites it, I'm kind of like, damn, well, your time was coming. Like it's still bad, but, like, it's easier to register in my brain. I don't know why, but it just is. Okay? Damn, I'm defending myself right now against Ghost, okay? The point I'm trying to make here is you can't sell me with it with, like, I knew I hit him. Like, my brother hit a deer a few days ago, okay? We know it was a deer. This isn't me, like, softcore confessing. No, he smoked a deer and didn't even kill it. Like, nah, these effers are durable. Okay, they take that and they're like, I'll be back again! And just fucking gallops away. But vehicular manslaughter, here's the I'm gonna go in what? Like, I'm not snitching right away, but if you let 2 months out too early, I'm snitching. It's that simple. Like it's on that line. It's on that line, okay? It really is almost there, but right by littering. I just lost a lot of people right here, but it's gonna make more sense the further we go in the video. Loitering. Okay, I think loitering started as a crime because a bunch of rich real estate owners didn't want the undesirables by them. If you're catching my drift, I think this law was right before the civil rights movement. Just keeping it real with you, that is what I think about loitering and how this law was passed. Because I'm sorry, it's a different thing if I'm a mom and pop shop and, like, some high school kids are chilling outside, then It's a mom and pop shop, and some actual criminals are doing criminal shit, like selling stuff right in front of my store. That is a completely different thing. However, I would argue you're probably one of the safest stores in the entire area if you got an actual gang protecting you. That's all I'm saying. Maybe start recruiting them. Don't do that, actually. I don't have a problem with it. It's like, there's no problems. For the most part, it's either no problems or not my business, but for the vast majority, it's just some fucking high school kids hitting a vape in a circle. That's honestly most of the time what loitering is. Used to work at Walmart. Yeah, that's what it was. Or it was a bunch of Jehovah's Witness people coming in trying to get you in their cult. Unironically, they used to play this game with the Walmart employees where they would hide little tarot cards of Jesus all across our department, and that there was a game of who can find the most of them. I held the record with 5. They would hide these fucking things in pots. Who does that? I'm gonna put this in no problem. All crimes for the ATF. Let me tell you something, bro. The three-letter agencies that scare me the most, okay? In order, by the way, okay? Is the CIA in number 3, the ATF in number 2, and the IRS in number 1. They all scare me. 100%, I'm quaking in my boots. The ATF is probably the only one of the 3 that I don't think actually understand what they're meant to understand. Just keeping it 100% real with you, to give you an idea of the weird crimes that could actually make you a felon. If you get a double-barrel shotgun and you slice the barrel off of it first, and then you cut the buttstock off, you've technically committed a felony because for 5 minutes it was a felonistic weapon. Yes, you can't cut the barrel off of a double-barrel shotgun, but you can buy it with no barrel on it. That is how weird the law is. You can't 3D print a foregrip and put it on a handgun because in their mind you actually made a rifle. Yes, it is illegal to put a foregrip on a handgun because yes, that is illegal. So, I'm not going to deal with that. Like, here's the thing. I don't condone it. Absolutely don't do it. If you're going to deal with firearms, do it as smart as possible. We need a lot of less dumb people in that community. But here's the thing. The ATF is a bunch of really, really dumb people that have a very, very long line of really, really stupid decisions. And I know that's a lot of reallys and a lots, but let me explain to you. Have you ever heard of Ruby Ridge or Waco? Those are 2 of the biggest clusterfuck situations in the history of law enforcement in our country. And do you know what the common variable in both of those were? The fucking ATF. Okay? Ruby Ridge, they think is a success. No, you came into a dude's private property because he missed a fucking court date, and his lawyer didn't tell him that he missed a court date, and do you know what you did? You fucking killed his family! Okay? The ATF strolled into this man's personal property, shot his damn dog. His kid didn't know what was going on. A 5-year-old, by the way, shot him with a hunting rifle. And then the SWAT team mowed down a 9-year-old kid and then came into his property, killed his pregnant wife, and then took him in for, I don't even know what it was, something stupid in comparison. Like, bro, what? Yeah, so, not my business, dog. If you're having beef with the ATF, don't fucking tell me. I ain't gonna say shit, though, because, brother, I ain't getting involved in that. You'll kill the man's entire family because he missed his court date. Like, chill. Wild situation that honestly could be its own video. Treason! How do you even commit treason? Like, legitimately asking for a friend? How does one go about committing treason in the United States of America? Because, real talk. This isn't like it's in the UK where I could make an edgy joke and then somebody's gonna come to my front door talking about how you've insulted the UK government. Like, nah, we already beat your guys' asses in the Revolutionary War, dog. We don't have to deal with that anymore. Some UK guy's gonna be real angry about that. Okay. Yeah, no, y'all need to figure that out because you're making us look good. Like, you know how tough that is to do now? You're making us look real professional. But, like, I don't even know how you would go about doing it. If somebody came up to me and said, I'm getting charged with treason, my first question is going to be, what? How? Like, how do you commit treason without, committing another crime? Like, if you, I don't even know how. Like, if it's just the crime treason, I want to know what else happened. I'm putting it in the middle of what? Because depending, maybe it's not my business. Kidnapping. Let me tell you something about kidnapping real quick. I didn't realize how, this is going to sound bad, a weird law kidnapping is. The kidnapping's bad, don't get me wrong. It's 100% bad. But, like, I didn't realize that you can get accidentally charged with kidnapping. I didn't think that that was possible. How do you even do that? So, like, I'll tell you how. There's been instances where if you keep one of your friends in a room for longer than they want to be, that's technically kidnapping. And I'm like, what? So, like, what if I keep them in a room for, like, a practical joke, but they don't know, but they call the cops and say, I'm trapped in a room. Oh, yeah, well, they can charge you with kidnapping. What? That's kidnap? Yeah, that's kidnap. Obviously, it's kidnap. Well, don't say obviously, like that shit was obvious. No, I know who would have thought that. When I think of kidnapping, I think of Marytown Mary, okay? 12-year-old. Nah, that doesn't apply now. How about this? 12-year-old Kyle, who's addicted to fucking caffeine and plays Fortnite all day, walks down a street and says, "Hi, Miss Toy," and then Herbert over here, Herbert the pervert, is like, "How you doing, son?" Oh, that's a bad accent. "How you doing, sonny? I got some V-Bucks and Monster Energy drinks in the back of my car." And Kyle's over here like, "Oh, gee willikers, let me in." We ain't ever seen Kyle again. Well, maybe. The point I'm trying to make here is I thought that was kidnapping. No, that's just one of them. Like, brother, what? Why do you make this needlessly? Why don't you just make this something else? Obviously, I'm snitching, but why is it weird? The IRS, any tax evasion, any of that. I'm going to keep it real with you. The IRS scares me the most because they will just out of nowhere go after you if they feel like they've been slighted by you. I'm sorry. This is an organization that is literally threatening taxing tips on waiters. Yeah, who's bringing in all the money? Billionaires? Fuck that. Let's go tax some waiters and waitresses really quick because they're doing super well in life. Brother, what? We need more IRS agents. No! Take all the IRS agents that are targeting them and direct them there. Like, why is this even a discussion? Like, brother, what? Yeah, okay. That's what I think about it. Like, I'm not getting involved if you say, "Brother, I'm getting investigated by the IRS." Or it's like, "I've committed tax fraud." I'm like, that ain't my business, dog. If I hear that, not my business. Frankly, ATF and IRS, same thing right here. Not my business, dog, at all. Animal abuse. Let me tell you something, bro. I asked, what is the worst crime that you could forgive? Now, on the flip side of that, what is the quote-unquote pettiest crime that you would kill somebody for? I can already tell you, animal abuse. If I was walking down the street and some dude came up to me and literally, like, whacked my fucking dog with a baseball bat, or not, yeah, that, ooh. Like, here's my dog. This is my boy Wilbur right here. Look at him. Look at him. Now, you imagine that little dog right there getting whacked with a baseball bat right in his little old ribs. We call him Bones. Not because we don't feed him, but because he has a really fast metabolism. And before somebody comments, does he have tapeworms? No, we get him tested. We legitimately don't know. I think they just said he has a super high metabolism. So we feed him a lot, but he just looks like that. He's a little goofy, but he's a good boy, though. He has a good soul. Okay, enough about my dog. Okay, he gets whacked with a baseball bat. I might kill you. Like, I might actually get forced to go into a homicidal rage where I just cripple you for the rest of your life. Frankly, I can see that happening. I'm not ruling that out, dog. Frankly, yeah. Done. That's probably the worst one. Now, yeah, even, like, dude, let me tell you something, dog. If I found out that, like, there's very few crimes. There's quite a few. If I found out that, like, yeah, bro, I beat the shit out of my dog yesterday. Like, what do you mean by that? It's like, yeah, like, there's a difference between, like, you do a little swat on the butt. If he's, like, a golden retriever and he's, like, misbehaving a little bit, I understand that. If he, like, attacked you and you killed him, I get that. But, like, if I found out that, like, you're an animal abuser, frankly, you done. You done, buddy. I'm Batman, and I'm gonna do you in. Maybe you're not dead, but you're gonna be crippled a little bit. Now, maybe a controversial take, maybe not. I think any child that gets in trouble for any type of animal abuse needs to be put on a watch list for the rest of their life. Yes, I think it is that major. I'm sorry. It is the number one indicator of serial killers. If I have to explain to you why those people should either be institutionalized for their entire life or they should be watched their entire life. Oh, he killed his neighborhood pet as a kid. Who would have known he would have been an absolute evil human being? Me! I would have known! Obviously! Okay, yeah. Investigate him, put him on a watch list. We're gonna have less serial killers because of it. I'm Batman. Yeah, I'm gonna beat you down, bro. Walk them down. Yeah, I'm Batman. As simple as that. To catch a predator laws, I have to put this for like YouTube friendly, but I think you guys know what I'm trying to talk about. You really can't justify this one to me. I tried to play a game on how you'd be able to justify this to me. I don't think you could. I'll be frank with you. Like, you could try. You're not going to be able to, though. Like, maybe you can say it was like, well, a 17-year-old and a 17-year-old, or like a 17-year-old and an 18-year-old that turned 18 that day. Like, yeah, in that scenario, then, like, we're having a different discussion. Like, see, 17 in one day. But, like, I'm going to keep it real with you. The vast majority of courts wouldn't even bother taking that case. Like, they just wouldn't. Why? Because they would see that as a waste of time. They just wouldn't take it. Like, I'm sorry. If their family is that petty to get you on that, you are trying to get into the wrong family. I'll just be frank with you. Like, that is a situation that is not as common as people think it is. The vast majority of cases is, like, 37-year-old Jason. Nah, that doesn't sound like a predator name. What's a predator name? Fergus. Yeah, Fergus. Ferguson trying to get with Sally, the 13-year-old. Like, there is absolutely no way you could justify that to me, dog. Oh, I just wanted to talk her. To catch some predator episodes are genuinely some of the funniest things I've ever heard. Because these are people in, like, before the internet hit its prime, actually having to talk about this. I'm going to put this, I'm Batman. I'm absolutely walking them down and stamping them, bro. Easily, no question. Shoplifting. Let me tell you, shoplifting as a crime is just stealing. Like, it just is. Like, it is weird to me that people try to sell it like something that it isn't. No, you're stealing, but it's like a stealing from like a big company. And the reason that I'm going to phrase it like that is I'm going to cover piracy in a second. But there's a key difference here, okay? There's a key difference. The problem with shoplifting is there's like an extra layer of bad when you do it in person. And the side effects of shoplifting are genuinely so annoying. Okay, I used to work at Walmart for 2 years. I've seen lots of shoplifters. There was a dude that tried to steal a Pac-Man arcade machine while I was working. Yes, that actually did happen, and then, like, it still sticks with me to this day. It's a wild story how this guy just came in with a Walmart Associates uniform, a vest, and then tried to steal a Pac-Man uniform, but we just locked him in the store. Dumb. But yeah, if you're going to do that, do it during like 12 o'clock when we have rush hour. That way nobody would know. Doing that shit at 8 o'clock in the morning, everybody's going to know. Dummy. But shoplifting, most of it's women. It just is, and that's how they're able to get away with it. They just put it in their purse and they walk out. Because yes, those metal detectors don't work for shit. They just don't. This is the annoying part though. Everything gets put in cages and they put like that magnetic bomb thing on there. And that is some of the most annoying things in your shopping experience. I'm sorry. I work at Walmart, so I'm actually allowed to say this. One of the most annoying things to do when you go to Walmart or any Target or any store like that is I want to get something and I have to press a fucking button to summon somebody to go help me. And then they have to open up the cage and I have to point to what I want them to get me like a 5-year-old child begging their parent. And it's always some old fucking guy. Like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm allowed to say this, worked at Walmart for multiple years. I am allowed to complain about this. I fucking hate every single time I have to go get, like, cologne because that gets stolen. Actually, the cologne doesn't get stolen. It's perfume that gets stolen. I'll say that. I have to go press a button to summon some old dude, wait 15 minutes for the guy to sew up, and then I have to be like, yes, give me the David Beckham one. And he's like, oh, this way. Like, oh my, dude, oh. Of all the jobs you could give the oldest motherfucker I've ever seen, why would you give him the job where he has to walk around all the time? Like, I'm not saying don't employ old people, but don't give them jobs where speed is needed, okay? Stop putting them in electronic. I swear, the next time I go to a local Walmart and some old guy comes in when I need help to unlock a cage, and he's over here like, what game do you want to get? And I'm over here like Elden Ring. Oh, that's right? Oh, back in my day, we used to play Pac-Man. Oh, that's fucking cool, dude. Do I have to, what, can you give it to me? I'm sorry, I can't give it to you. We have to check you out back here. And then we go to the checkout, and he's over here like, oh, my bad. Hey, Margaret, I forgot my login again. Just get in the game. Okay, I'll pay for it. I'm not the one taking it. Just give me the game, or I can check out in the self-checkout. I thought I was against customer policy. Now let me try to help you figure out the login. Listen to me, you living fossil. I don't know your login. I am the customer. Okay? I used to have your job. I know. Okay, I got working. Beep, beep. Oh, I guess the double stand. How do I cancel the transaction? Oh, you don't have to void the transaction. You just have to void it out. And he's like, well, how do I do that? There is literally a button that says, void! And you press that, and then you scan it again. Okay, well, that's not too complicated for me. Well, I'm just gonna wait right here. Well, anyways, back in my day, times used to be better. Now, all the liberals are coming around and they're just ruining our day. You used to lynch people and burn crosses in people's front yards. I'm sorry, I don't want to hear about the glory days when I came here for a 15-minute shopping trip that is turning into a reminiscing session. Okay, I'm sorry. Like, put you in any other job other than here. That's all I gotta say. Stop it. Shoplifting is part of it. I'm snitching. I was gonna put it in what? Honestly, it annoys me that much, the side effects of it. I'm snitching. No question, dog. Piracy. Online piracy, to be more specific. Because somebody's gonna be like, bro would be okay with actual pirates. No. That's bad. Online piracy. Let me tell you something, bro. I don't do it, but it's getting really, really difficult to defend corporate companies, dog. It's getting really difficult to defend them, dog. Because I'm sorry. I don't care if Ubisoft is going to say some shit like, gamers need to get used to not owning their games. And then Netflix is going to say some stuff like, yeah, you're just gaining access to a catalog. You don't actually own anything if you download it. Then it's not stealing if I pirate it then it's not that. If I can't own something, then I don't feel bad about pirating it. I don't. That you have shot yourself in the foot so thoroughly, it is a nub. Okay? If I can't own a game, then why would I buy a game? That's dumb. Stop. I don't care anymore. It's like the UFC has this problem too. Like I'm a big MMA fan. I pay for every single pay-per-view because I want to support the athletes. However, $80 fucking flat for every single pay-per-view, when, let's be real here, there's only like 3 pay-per-views a year that I would actually say that you should buy. In a good year, maybe 5. 5 good pay-per-views a year, that's normal. Then there's some pay-per-views that are so dog shit, I will actively tell people, do not buy it if you want to watch it. Go to a movie theater and only pay $10. Watch a Russin stream, because Russia doesn't have to pay for it. Well, actually, no, any other country doesn't have to. We're one of the only countries that has the pay-per-view. And 3, just skip out, honestly. Like, that's how bad it's getting. $80 for a mid-card is insane work, dude. I'm putting piracy in, it's not my business. If you tell me that, like, just don't tell me about it. Like, it's that simple. Like, we just assume. We understand. Jaywalking. Jaywalking's a weird one to me. Because it's like, if you jaywalk and then you get hit by a car, are there 2 criminals? Or is it one less criminal? Like, let's just keep it real here. If I'm going to court and it's like, Ethan, you stand accused of absolutely, like, thunder cunting Carl across the fucking intersection because he was jaywalking. But he committed an illegal act, and then I hit him, and that would be an illegal act. But does 2 negatives make a positive legally? I know I have at least one lawyer or somebody that watches me that can give me the clarification on that and whether that's legal or not. But at the same time, I don't know. That's a legitimate question. Jaywalk at your own risk. Like, it's one of those laws where it's like the only negative thing that could occur is you die. Like, or get injured. That is the worst thing that could happen. I don't care if somebody jaywalks at like 11 o'clock at night and there's no cars out, but you have to wait anyway. I don't care. But at the same time, if you're doing that during like prime time traffic, then you just want to live life on the extra difficulty mode. Like, it's not my business, dog. It's not my business at all. Like, I'm not going to snitch on you. Like, he's jaywalking. Like, I'm not going to do that, but I'm going to be like, brother, why? Like, bro, why though? Like, that's going to be my reaction. Burglary. Here's a more fun question. Is there a way that I could argue burglary to you? I don't think so. Like, let me ask you a question. If I'm stealing things that were stolen from me, is that technically burglary? And I know somebody's going to say, well, why would you have to steal what's been stolen from you? Why don't you just call the cops? Well, what if what was stolen from me is illegal? Like, imagine if 2, like, cartels were, like, beefing, and then one of them steals the other one's stash, and then that stash gets stolen back. Did they steal from each other, or is it just, does it all get, like, everything cancels out because everything's illegal? Like, in that scenario, then it's okay, but then it's still a crime. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, we got 2 double negatives make a positive, but then another negative and another negative. So we either end up as a positive or a negative, but depends on how many bad things happen. That's the problem that I have. Now, if a burglary happens and somebody dies, then it's a murder. And murder's bad, okay? I think we can agree on that. I'll cover murder in a second. But I'm going to put burglary as I'm just going to snitch. There's not a lot of ways you could justify burglary to me. You just can't. Assault. Now, let me tell you something about assault real quick, okay? Depending on the situation that occurred beforehand, you can actually justify assault to me. Did he hit first? Is it self-defense? And before somebody says, oh, well, then it's not assault. Brother, if I have to explain to you how, like, he said, she said, like, hearsay, that turns into, like, I'm going to say this right now. If you're going to get into a fight with somebody, get a witness. Like, you need a witness to be on your side in order for you to stand a chance legally, okay? If it's just 2 dudes fighting each other and then the cops pull up saying that, oh, we were just getting into a fight, no, you are at bare minimum are going to get hit with disorderly conduct. At worst, you're going to get hit with assault because the cop just doesn't like you that day. That is how crazy legally you can be in for. Now, if it's like a domestic abuse situation, 90% of the time, bad. That 110% is not what you think it is. Do you know what domestic abuse actually is? It's assault occurring in your own house. Here's an example. If you and your brother get into a fight and the cops pull up because they were just in the neighborhood and they heard a scuffle, both of you guys or one of you guys is going to get hit with a domestic abuse charge. Okay? Like, that's the matter of a fact. That happens quite a bit. It's not always a man and a wife. A lot of the times it's actually family members like siblings. In that scenario, then that's kind of a weird one for me. I'm going to put assault in, like, what? Because you could, like, it's actually closer to not my business. I'll be like, if it's a fight that's occurring, then it's not my business. It's mutually combat. I understand that. Diddy-esque crimes. No. Let me explain this to cover myself legally. I'm not saying that Diddy did do the crimes. What I'm saying is if Diddy did do it, these are the crimes that you cannot do. Say that 10 times really fast. All the crimes that Diddy is being accused of, because that is a lot of crimes, could you justify those to me? No, you just couldn't. Like, I'm sorry. If bro pulled up to me and said some stuff like, oh yeah, bro, she was being the real bitch until I put this little bit of the happy powder in her drink, and then she couldn't remember a thing. Like, you're not going to be able to justify that to me. Like, you're just not. Like, my first reaction is going to be, what? And then my second reaction is I'm probably going to snitch or beat your ass. Like, I'm going to keep it real. Yeah, I'm Batman. Like, honestly, like, depending how far you do it, Here's the thing. There's a few allegeds that would put him in the cat's a predator, but for the sake of simplicity, I think you guys know what I'm talking about. I'm just gonna put it in I'm Batman. Yeah, I'm gonna beat you up and then I'm snitching. That simple, bro. Legally, I'll be covered. Murder. I think this is the best one to end it on. Okay, I understand this is a very turbulent time, legally speaking. I think a lot of you guys had a few comments that I understand, but digital footprint is a thing. Take it easy. Take it easy. I understand what you're saying. I'm not saying I disagree with what you're saying, but you know what I'm saying. Somebody's going to be really confused. Another person's going to be like, he's one of us. That's what the reaction to that's going to be. But when it comes to murder, if it's self-defense, it's not murder. It's that simple. People have this weird idea, and I'm sorry if I have to explain this to you. If you kill somebody in self-defense, that is not murder. Do you know what murder means legally? The unjustified killing of a man. Okay? Unjustified killing is literally what murder means. So, if you kill somebody in self-defense, then it is not murder. If you kill somebody that killed somebody, then you're in vigilante justice. That's technically not murder per se. It can be construed as murder. It's tough. If you accidentally kill somebody, that is manslaughter. Murder is purposely killing somebody. First degree is it's premeditated. Second degree is that it happened in the moment. And then I messed that up. I'm sorry. But anyways, murder's bad. Only hot takes on this channel. Murder's a bad thing. I'm snitching. I'm not even going to try to beat you up. I'm just going to call the cops to do it for me. I'm not risking it, dog. It's that simple. And there you go. That is the crimes tier list. I said this at the beginning of the video. I'm going to say it again. This is my third time recording this video, and if this doesn't turn out well, I might crash out. I might. Last time it was audio. First time it was the softbox problem. So I'm hoping this works, but keeping it positive, okay? You guys are making my dreams come true, and honestly, I revoke my card to complain about things because of that, okay? It feels awesome that I can make videos like this. Oh, and here's the tier list. Pause if you want to see it. I'm not going to read through all of it, but you guys want to see it at the end of the video so you guys understand where I'm at. And that's, at the end of the day, who I'm making these videos for. We're about to get to 70,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I got a few more videos I want to get out. I was going to make the Creepcast episode tier list, but then I found out that, no, they actually are going to be making videos. So that was going to mess things up, so that's why I didn't actually end up doing it. So I didn't back out. Well, I did back out, but it was for a good reason. Thank you guys for the support that you give this channel, and if you want to continue the support, please consider like, comment, and subscribe. 100,000 subscribers before the release of GTA 6. Better yet, before my birthday in July. And I think we're going to be able to do it. And that's only possible through the support of you guys. This is your channel. I'm just the host of it. And honestly, this is the biggest blessing that I could have ever been given. And I hope you have a great day. Adios, guys.